My very special guest today is Dr. Sanele Gamede, is a trailblazing strategist as well as youth life and career consultant with over a decade of experience in youth development, education, career development, and graduate employability. A renowned thought leader across Africa, he empowers individuals with cut-edge strategic tools to excel in both their personal and professional lives. His mission is to bridge the gap between aspiration and achievement, guiding people towards their destined career paths. Dr. Gamede is also a distinguished academic and researcher, currently serving as a lecturer at the University of Johannesburg. He holds a PhD in Cultural and Media Studies from the University of KwaZulu-Natal, alongside an Honorary Doctorate in Leadership and Management by Myles Leadership University. For more than 10 years in higher education, he specializes in communication and media, student development, graduate employability, and research supervision. His career is defined by a steadfast commitment to academic excellence and a passion for empowering the next generation of scholars. Doc, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, my brother, and good evening to the lovely listeners. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us tonight. You describe your mission as bridging the gap between aspiration and achievement. What is the biggest gap you see facing young people these days in Africa?
Africa is amazing, rich, but what we are seeing is young people who lack the issue of personal leadership. We are drifting a little bit from a work ethic as young people. In fact, many young people, we're still challenged by the idea of wanting to have money, but we don't want to work for it. Mm-hmm. We still have a situation where our young people are I wouldn't say under-resourced, because even the resources that we do have with poor decision making, we are still stranded as young people. We are still seen as people who are not achieving much. So those are some of the things that, amongst many other things, that are troubling young Africans as we speak.
Yeah, so somebody said to me the other day that, modern day African success stories are to do with tenders. Everything must be tenderized. What are your thoughts about that?
I think we created a situation which was good, by the way. The whole tendering system, when you look at it, you can see that it was good, but we then created thugs out of that. Yeah. We created people who love shortcuts, because it killed the idea of entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship has to do with the ability to start a business, come up with an idea that will solve problems. So with the whole tendering, we didn't really solve problems. We just became service providers.
Yeah, I agree. So Doc, you have over 10 years in life, youth life and career consultation. What are the 3 strategic tools every young person needs in order to unlock their full potential?
Please don't judge me, Tich, because I'm going to say the most, I will say things that no one will think about. I normally say to young people, have a pen, have a watch, and have a notebook.
Okay.
These are spiritual things. I think we'll find some other time where we can actually expand on these, because these are very important things. When you have a watch, when you are wearing one, you know what time is it. You respect other people's time, and you don't play with time. When, in fact, I used to say to ladies particularly, I will say, I wouldn't stand or go out with a guy who's not wearing one, because they will probably not respect my time. So, and a pen symbolizes you writing things down, which is putting it in your head, making sure that you can recall, making sure that you can have a point of reference. And a notebook is very important. We are in a technological era, I understand, but we still need to have things down written, whether you are writing it on your phone or you are writing it on a notebook. There is a notebook actually on your phone. So we need these tools for a young person to succeed. You need to understand time, especially time. It's very important.
So time is critical. Have to have a pen, and you got to write things down.
Important, very important.
I agree with you. Like that. Simple, straightforward, but effective. You're a lecturer at the University of Johannesburg and a specialist in student development. How can universities, this is a critical question, Doctor, how can universities better prepare students for what Africa requires as employment opportunities today?
I think this is very important because I normally will say we need to start involving young people in the teaching and learning. Gone are those days where we were experts per se. Yes, we are still experts, but when we involve young people in the teaching and learning, we know what they are looking for. We understand what they are looking they are looking for, and the most critical thing is teaching with the industry. Teaching with the industry in mind, and teaching with the industry outside the class. So there are three things. One, when you teach in class, have the industry come to your class. Two, teach with the industry in mind. So when you are teaching this young person a certain subject, think about what the industry will be looking for. Is it what the industry is looking for? And then when you prepare, when you give students whether assignments or assessments, is it what the industry will be expecting from these young people? Are you driving skills that are needed in the industry? I think that's how we can make sure that young people are ready for the outside world.
I have enjoyed chatting with you. Unfortunately, these days there's never enough time, Dr. Sanele. But as we wrap up, and I'm sure you're going to be joining us on a regular basis, people are stuck between studying and finding employment. What is the best way forward to find a common space and ground that works for young people today?
I promise that we are going to continue with this conversation every Tuesday, but I think young people need to have priorities very straight. Sometimes you do find young people, they want to work, not necessarily that they have to work. So what then happens is they get strained by working and studying. So I will say to a young person, sit carefully and see whether you need to work or you need to focus on your studies, and then maybe do some volunteering there and there, because it is frustrating working and studying. Trust me, I did my PhD, I had 5 jobs, and I was lucky to in 2.5 years, but it was the most strenuous process. I wouldn't wish it for anyone.
Okay. Strong conversations and empowering information. Each and every Tuesday with Dr. Sanele. Thank you for having joined us tonight, Doc. Let's meet again next week.
Thank you so much, my brother. We will meet next week.
This is Channel Africa.